The royal family holds the blanket quite dearly.
Hey guys, good morning. How are you doing? Today I am leaving Durban for what we call it for Free State. I am going to Free State to discover the Basotho cultural, the things that they do and everything. I just arrived. We just arrived. Do you guys remember this? What this? We just arrived. It is so cold. I need something to wear. If you judge me for this, I'll judge you too. The morning in Free State begins very slowly. Before the journey continues, you'll have to have like breakfast, something very simple, but which is a reminder that even the smallest rituals do prepare us for the road ahead. Before I could even fetch the water, guys, an elder placed a blanket on my shoulders. For the Basotho people, the blanket is more than just warmth. For them, it's an identity, it's heritage and pride. To wear it is to be part of the land, to walk in the rhythm of their people. And that moment, I wasn't just a visitor, I was welcome into their story, even if it was just for water. Here, water is more than just a necessity, it's life itself. Every drop carries weight, reminding us of how closely we are tied to the land. I noticed that people were collecting some cow dung. At first, it surprised me, but here it carries many purposes. Once dried, it becomes fuel for cooking and warmth. Once they mix it with mud, it strengthens and insulates homes. And in the field, it gives life back to the soil. What may seem ordinary or even unusual to outsiders, here, in fact, it is a cycle of sustainability and a way of living closely with the land. And then comes the wood. Gathering it is not just about fueling the fire, it's about keeping warmth alive, about preparing for meals and stories that will be shared later. Each log, each stick has its purpose. The crackle of wood against wood echoes like a reminder of resilience. Here with the Basotos, dinner is cooked outside over the fire, and for them, it's a tradition that brings everyone together. For them, food is more than just eating, it's about community, storytelling, and sharing culture. Being part of this moment made me feel truly connected to the way of life and made me feel like I'm part of the Basotos, and I really enjoy cooking with. Thank you so much, Botshabelo Country Lodge. My experience here in Free State has been nothing short of amazing. I've learned so many things with the lady and the owner of this lodge, Umama and Ubaba Balikaya. Thank you so much to Free State and to the owner of Botshabelo Country Lodge. Right now, I am making my way to Lesotho for a better understanding of the Basotho Tribe and to actually try and dig deeper than the usual, than the surface, and actually meet some elders in Lesotho.
You know, so that somehow sounds spiritual in a sense. You know, I do understand that maybe they may have coined that term to mean that, you know, you need the cow for various things for in your day-to-day living as a Mosotho person. You know, you use the cow's hide for blankets, for clothes. You know, you use the cow for milk, you use it for meat. When someone has passed away, when there's a celebration, you use the cow to join families when there's a marriage between two cultures. You know, so it transcends the physical. If you want to maybe view it in the spiritual sense, yes, the cow, the hide, and what we find from nature does have somewhat of a spiritual significance to our people. Yes, the royal family, excuse me, the royal family holds the blanket quite dearly to their hearts, particularly the Bakwena royal family here in Kwakwa. They have, like I've mentioned, even designed a blanket that you know, depicts on it our forefather Morena Paulos Mupedi. You know, because it is a way of relaying our history to the current generation and for generations to come. You will find this particular blanket, the Bakwena, in different colors here in Kwakwa, also representing the events that may have happened in the past. I'll give you an example. The red blanket is used by the Mononsa district, and when you look back in history, in the 1950s there was a great war here called the Ndwayana Muha, where a lot of our people were murdered brutally by the then apartheid government because they were going against the laws that said we must cull our animals and have just a certain number of head of cattle per household. The excuse that time being, you know, they were running out of grazing land, and because of that, the people rose up against the then government, and there was a massive massacre of our people. It is not documented as much as it should be, you know, but the red blanket in Mononsa is our way, or the Bakwena royal family's way of still commemorating you know, the events of that time. You'll find the white blanket, for instance, here at Mabulela. Mabulela is the great mountain, the great Kwakwa mountain that you see when you enter Kwakwa on the main road, and it is white because perhaps it's closely related to the name Kwa or Twa, you know, the whiteness of it, and we are told that when Tatemolo arrived in Kwakwa back in the 1860s, the cliffs were covered in white, not so much only the snow, but also the birds called mataka had left their white droppings on the cliffs there, you see. And so the district Yamabuleda, there where you enter, is more commonly known for the white color amongst other districts that have their own particular colors. Wakanda forever. Yes, I mean, if you remember the movie that we do love so much, Black Panther. You see a lot of our blankets represented, depicted in that movie, so colorfully and so widely used. It was beautiful to see. Even in that movie, we could see our mountains because we know the mountains we come from. Some of the scenes were shot in this area. So yes, the blanket. Like you asked about it evolving, and I did mention that more than it being worn in the different ways that it can be worn, it is now introduced into fashion. If you go, particularly if you go to the airports, I think it is trying to reach out to the tourists that come into the area, into our countries. You will have it in a jersey or in a jacket or in a body warmer format. Some do have skirts and pants that are made in this fabric, or having used the material that we use, like the 90% cotton, 90% wool, 10% cotton that we use. Yes, some are of a lesser value than the ones that you will find, maybe to make it more affordable, because it does cost quite a bit, more than 1,000 rand a piece. So the other ones, which have a lesser amount of cotton on them, maybe 45%. I mean, if you do go on social media or on the internet, you are able to find that there are different types and different patterns used with for the blanket to appeal to even the younger generations. Yes.
Right. Do you have a favorite blanket design, or one that holds special significance to you?
Yes, I do. I've got two. Okay. The one is, of course, the Bakwena, because it represents our tribe and the history of our people having arrived here when we did, under the leadership of our king, Morena Paulus Mobedi. But I have one blanket that I carry with me everywhere I go. It is called Mahulo. It is very worn out because I wear it quite a lot. It's like it's like a Bible that you use a lot. The pages are falling out, but I carry it with me everywhere. On it you see a person working in a field. There is someone in front of a couple of cows, 2 or 3 cows, and someone behind, and those cows are pulling a plow. I am a farmer by trade, and so I guess maybe that strikes a chord with me. I do admire that blanket that much. It was a gift from my mother, also maybe that's why I love it so much. But it is a blanket that speaks a lot to me, and maybe kind of takes me back as part of the leadership amongst our people here, to say, let us go back to basics. Let us focus on sustainable living, going back to the soil and focusing on what it can produce for our future livelihoods. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.